Let's talk to David. He's calling in on the phone lines, listening in South Carolina. Hey, David, you're on Free Talk Live. What's on your mind?
Hi, how are you?
Doing great tonight. What's on your mind?
Well, I was backing my boat up here, and I thought it was an interesting topic of discussion. That is the kids graduating from high school and feeling like they have to go to college. From a parent's perspective, 2003, my daughter graduated high school, and it was just one of those things, you know. Okay, now she's supposed to go to college where her father did not. So in her case, she was very, very driven, very focused, knew exactly what she wanted to do, and worked very hard to be successful in school, and it paid off. Got another daughter.
What do you mean it paid off? What did she end up doing?
Well, she was a math major, and I thought that was interesting because she got a 4.9 GPA in high school. The only reason she didn't get a 5 was because math was very difficult for her. So, and when she said she wanted to be a math major, it kind of surprised me because everything else became simple for her. And to her, if it wasn't challenging, she lost interest. So, as it turned out, she was a math major, and she wanted to teach other kids who were challenged in math. And so, hats off to her. She's a math teacher in a high school out there in California, and I'm very proud of her.
Does she have debt? I mean, after going to college, like, does she still have student loans?
I made sure she had debt. She had $5,000 in debt. I paid for the rest. If I remember correctly, it was around $20,000 a year, and it took her 5 years because the schools out there, it's just difficult to get the courses you need. So it took 5 years to get that bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I like the idea of the parent helping, but I would only help a percentage of the way. Maybe 75% or whatever. You know, for every quarter you put in, I'll put in 3/4 or whatever it might be. But I want the kid to be as invested in this as I am. Look, if we're making mistakes on your college, your college major choice here, I want you to bear the responsibility of those mistakes because mistakes are so valuable. Life provides you with mistakes, and here's an opportunity to learn.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Well, that's why I left her with the $5,000 bill.
Indeed.
I was fortunate in that I could, pay for the rest, but I worked hard for that. I don't have the bachelor's degree myself. I stopped at the associate's degree, but I was just in a position where I could pay for it. But I did want to leave her with some debt. I don't know if she's paying it off now or paid it off in full already, but I thought that was important to give her some responsibility there. But here's a kid who told me in second, third grade she wanted to be a teacher, and I kind of laughed and snickered and thought, no, she's going to have to do something else because she's not going to be able to earn a living wage. But she's doing fine, and she just kind of looked at me when she got older. Dad, are you going to tell me what to take? And I was like, no, you pick what you want to do. But I must admit, though, when she said she was going to be a teacher, I kind of thought, wow, I'm going to invest all this money, and she's going to get a not so well-paying job. I think they get paid pretty well out there in the West Coast, but she sure straightened me out, and she knew better, and I think she made the right choice. Other kids, not so driven, just kind of a waste of my money, and I pulled them out of school because you want to take liberal this and artsy that, and sorry, you want to go to community college. I can afford those kind of classes, community college, but a 4 or 5 year institution, I just can't afford to. For you to go to a party school.
You really got to wonder what parents are thinking or kids are thinking when they – I know what kids are thinking when they go to university. I remember what I was thinking. I was thinking, let me get out of the house and drink. And, I didn't want to graduate with a 12-step program. I wanted to graduate with a degree. But, there's a lot of temptations that come with university, and it costs so much more. Most communities have a community college that will provide you with an education that is sufficient for that first 2 years, and you will figure out, I swear, you will figure out whether or not you need to be there and spend far less money.
Yeah, sometimes those artsy classes are even mandatory. I was a science major, and I had to take classes called American Diversity and stuff like that. David, thanks for the call. Glad to hear that story about your daughter, and good luck to you. Thanks for calling in.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.